Hey guys, today I'm at the range and we're going to investigate the LCP Max and reports about it shooting low. If you just do an online search for LCP Max shoots low, you'll see all kinds of stories about this happening, and that has been my experience as well. Um, so we're going to do some shooting tests and see what happens. Now, I know everybody's first thought is going to be, it's these guns are small, they're hard to shoot well. But I can say I have an LCP II that I shoot very well. Um, we'll shoot that as well. And I have small hands, you see. I can pretty much get my whole hand on the LCP Max. It's not a huge limitation for me, although the snappiness does get to you after a little while. But there's definitely a difference between the LCP Max and the LCP II. So let's do some shooting and see what happens. Alright, first the LCP II, gonna shoot at the lower target. Shooting a little bit left. This gun has done that for me before. Now we're going to try the LCP Max. I'm going to shoot at the upper target. Very low. Let's go take a look. So the LCP II, this particular LCP II has shot a little bit left for me before. I was aiming right here. Now the LCP Max, I was aiming right here, and you can see how low these shots are. I'm going to try a different hold, and I'll explain that a bit later, but I'm going to try to get these shots on target. So this group's considerably better. It's still a bit low. So I had the front sight held about halfway up over the rear sight. I'll give you a visual of that in a second. Let me reload and try again. Okay. Now here, that's with an even higher hold. Going to try one more time. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the lower target this time just because the top's getting full. Even higher hold. All right. These are from the LCP II earlier. Now these are from the LCP Max. My shooting's starting to open up. Getting a little tired of shooting this little gun, but yeah, let's go back and talk about this. Okay guys, it's been about a year and a half since I filmed that portion shooting at the range for this video. I lost some footage and that discouraged me. I kind of abandoned the video, but now I'm just finishing it up to try to get it out there. So let's talk about my shooting and how the LCP Max stacks up. So why would it shoot low like that? Possibility number one is you suck, right? Yeah, I could suck. I admit that. It's a distinct possibility. I don't consider myself to be a bullseye shooter. But I will say the data that I've given you is one guy shooting both guns with the same ammo on the same day. The LCP Max shoots lower than the LCP II. Why would it do that? It's supposed to be a better shooter, right? It's got better sights, it's got a bigger grip, and why would you bother putting better sights on a gun if they're not going to be regulated correctly? A number two thing that you could say is, I should have shot from a rest. Okay, that's valid, but on camera, I wanted to show using this gun as you might use it in real life, okay? I did shoot it from a rest, and I'll tell you the trend was the same. The groups were tighter, but the LCP Max shot much lower than the LCP II. I also had a second shooter who wasn't on camera that shot and had the same results. So take that for what you will. Another possibility is that with a fixed sight gun, sometimes you might have to change your ammo to find one that will shoot point of impact. I was shooting just one type of ammo, which was CCI Blazer Brass. Now, I like Blazer Brass. I found it to be good in all the different calibers I've tried, but it's possible the LCP Max just doesn't like it, at least the one that I have. And another possibility is there could be a mechanical problem with the sights and or the barrel. So as far as sights go, if you're shooting low and you're sure it's not you, I'm not saying it wasn't me, but if it's not, that means either your front sight is too high or your rear sight is too low. So the easiest way to fix that would be to file down the front sight. I don't want to do that because the front sight is tritium, and alternatively the rear sight, you could build it up somehow. That's not so easy to do. So I don't know. You can change the sights, but there aren't that many options. The LCP Max uses Smith & Wesson Bodyguard sights is what I've read, and there's only 2 or 3 different sights that you can buy. I might try some out. I found some that a few people have reported does improve the shooting low aspect, and I will link to those below. So what I think I'm going to do is work on a part 2 of this video where maybe I try out some other sights. I also have a different LCP Max gun that I'm going to try, and we'll see if I can get this point of aim equals point of impact a little better. All right, let me know what your experience is with the LCP Max. Does yours shoot low? Let me know. Thanks for watching.